Hello and welcome back to the channel. How are we today? I don't know if you noticed, my surroundings are a little bit different, aren't they? So what am I doing over here? Let's get into it. So on my travels, this is the first village I've stumbled across which looked untouched. I mean, I flew around a bit and there's a couple of bases nearby, so it's definitely not an untouched village. But as far as villages go, seeds are still growing. Hasn't been touched too much, so we've set up ourselves a little breeder. How do you get in there? There's the chute to let the babies up. And there's the breeder itself. Shouldn't be too much longer till it's up and running. I didn't bring over any bread to throw them. Oh, I've got 3 pieces here. Let's chuck 3 pieces of bread at them and see what happens, shall we? Flying, we're soaring. I think I'm heading in the right direction, but I can't tell. That's better, I can actually see here. Yes, we are heading in the right direction. And there it is. Home sweet home. As you can see, my silo is completed in the background. I have no idea if I can land like this. Will we make it? Will we die? I don't know. Oh, not too bad really, was it? Anyway, I'll take you back over to the silo. So our grain silo, or technically tea silo, yeah, it's just a bit of a standard build, isn't it really? Silo shaped. Got a brass roof, which we're slowly, well technically copper, but we're slowly oxidising it. We want this to be a nice green colour on top, which we'll get there eventually. And as for the inside, once again, there is nothing. Got a small staircase all the way down. Looks a bit dark, but it's fully lit up. Fully lit up. So there'll be no greeblies in here. But on to the matter at hand. So we've secured some villages, kind of, as long as no one steals them. And now we need to set up an automatic sugarcane farm, which is nice and easy. They're only small, compact. An automatic bamboo farm, same principle. And an automatic kelp farm. And the kelp farm is where I'm going to need to tinker about a bit. But I'm thinking if I half this down the middle, roughly here, let's say. And up to the top we can have the kelp system. I'm thinking I'll have it on 2 or 3 layers, and then so that's going to be 6 blocks out ish. I'll have pistons push it, they'll all go to the top, and then we'll have a stream push it down to one side and an elevator to pull it into a hopper. I think I can use that. I might have to use a minecart to collect it, but I may have the minecart running through to collect all of them. Decisions. Either way, I can always dig further down. Doesn't matter, but that's kind of the idea I'm thinking of at the moment. So I'm going to start collecting the stuff I need for that, and then we'll plonk it in. Hopefully next time you see in here, at least one of those machines is up and running. Now, I was just about to come back over here and see if this was working when I heard baby villager. So we do actually have a working breeder. Or he might get stuck trying to find his parents down here, but no big deal. Eventually we'll make his way up here into his house. Not his jail, his house. Honestly, he's free to come and go as he pleases. I'm not holding him captive, definitely not. No, I am not an evil breeder. This is an ethical help spa. Right, let's crack on with our build for the day. Well, so build our farms for the day. Sugarcane and bamboo and kelp, if I could remember my words. At least I know the path now to get to and from my base as we're soaring through the air so majestically. I'm not going to put it back into the other camera view because of what happened last time. There we are. Ooh, there's no one else on the server at the moment. Alright, so what do I need for these farms? They're all quite simple and pretty much exactly the same thing, except some need water, some don't. So I'll go through a quick tutorial and then we'll build them. Okay, so we're jumping straight into a brand new redstone world, which should make things quite easy to set up farms. So to set up these 3 farms, they're all going to be roughly the same, and we're going to need the same kind of things. It's just a question of how and where. So let's get to it. Well, for the most part, these are the items we're going to be using. So first of all, sandstone. I just chose any old building block, to be honest. Doesn't matter which. Have a bit of space there. Okay. Then pistons and observers, if we put them facing the right way, that is. Oh, we're also going to need glass, just so we can see what we're doing. So let's first seal this in, just so we can add water. That'll be the main thing. So that is basically how it's going to be set up. Now under here, the collection system, because all of these as they grow are going to be pushed down into this bit, all we need is a line of hoppers here. Not there, that wouldn't do anything. And a collection system underneath it. So, oh, why didn't that? I didn't do anything because I actually wired it up, which would make sense. So to wire it up is just as simple as, now there's probably a much easier way of doing this, but I am completely and utterly useless at redstone. So this is the best I've come up with. I will eventually learn how to use it properly, but for the time being I've done this, and this should now probably force all of them to, yep, forces them all of them to fire. And with that, we can wire it up so we don't actually need this many observers. But as long as this updates, it'll still push them all, or this one. So that's good. We can make this modular as well. We can just extend it upwards. Now, it doesn't matter too much about the collecting system because that will be all underneath. Oops, we don't want that there. So we'll just close this in so there's a lot less spillage. And we'll probably have 2 or 3 of these. And then it's the exact same farm for bamboo and, what's the other one? Sugarcane, except I don't need the water in there. So if I were to just build this right next to it, I'd need first of all space for the water. And then that would be exactly the same thing, encase it in glass. The only thing is, because I've got a water stream, I don't particularly need to have loads of hoppers. I could just have the one here. And everything will stream into it. But when I make it modular, how do I then stop it? The next one. So let's go ahead and build the second one and we'll see. So all we're going to need now to stop that water stream just causing slowness issues. Oh, plonk that there. I can't tell if I put one underneath by accident. Either way. And then all I'm going to need is a sign here. And then water will flow. We'll push all the items down and back into that hopper. Just like we intended. So let's check. Yep, off it goes, down into the hopper. Perfect. And then the other farm is going to be exactly like that, the bamboo farm, except I'll probably make it a bit taller. Maybe I'll just make it so it can only grow 3 anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yes, so that one. That's all we're going to need, really. So I'll be able to fit all three farms in, I'm pretty sure. The footprint's not too bad. So, let's get to building. Somebody has been going around ruining my immersion. These aren't trapdoors, they're beams. They're holding the whole thing up. I can't have this. No. We find out who does this. Well, we'll just have to find a way of pranking them back, I suppose. Anyway, on to the inside of this. Now, it doesn't look too bad from up here. We've got all three farms in, as you can see, exactly as I was expecting to. The only difference is I only made 2 for the bamboo because it doesn't need to grow 2, but they'll grow up. And I've also reduced the amount of observers simply because they're all going to push off when they're ready anyway. Now, if we go up here, there is absolutely nothing. It is just the ceiling, which we've made nice. So it's not too bad. All lit up, all fine. We're getting rained on, not a problem. And down this way, if we ignore the ugliness of it, we've got our collection system, which is literally the 3 hoppers for the kelp, 1 for bamboo, and 1 for sugarcane. No, other way around, sugarcane, bamboo. We've also got them dropping off here with just a hopper minecart going around, dropping them 1 by 1. So, for bamboo, it's a very efficient farm. It's constant. It's very good. I mean, all this, I've probably been in the vicinity collecting probably about half an hour, if that. Kelp is a little slow and sugarcane is a little slow, but we're still getting them, so that's a plus. Is it efficient? No. Was it fun to build? Yes. Is it ugly as sin? Definitely. But it is our first automatic farm. It will just be running while we're doing all the other things at our base. And it was quite a fun little project. Question is though, what next? Also, there is an awful lot of waste when it comes to idling, which I don't quite know how to deal with yet. The kelp I think is okay for idling. I don't think that's a problem. And the bamboo doesn't seem to be too much of a problem, but at the same time, I rarely see these grow, so it's difficult to know for sure, whereas the bamboo is just constant. Either way, if you know a way for me to optimise that little lost thing, let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, leave a like, subscribe, you know, the usual. You know, it's always great when you have a whole segment devoted to setting up and building a new semi-farm. Well, not new semi-farm, it's a new farm. And then you realise that OBS has updated and destroyed your microphone as an input. So you've had to go back to the start. Great. Anyway, there's no building process. Here's the rest of my villager farm. And let me tell you, it's very strange to watch these guys sleep here. Like, how do they do it without blowing up the bed? It makes no sense. Like, if I tried to sleep on this... Boom. But no, you two can do it just fine. Anyway, over to the other side. We'll go through everything. I've already gone through half the farm. You know how it works. It's a villager trading farm. Not a villager trading farm, a villager breeding farm. They don't really make them any other way. Well, you can have varying degrees of productivity. This one, it does the job okay. So obviously over here, as we've already gone through, you've got the villager part, and they're about to make a new one by the looks of it. Oh. How have you managed it twice, but it's failed that time? Tell me. How? I don't get it. I really don't. Nothing's changed. And we've already presented 2, so why did that one break? Why did you fail that time? All this is doing is giving me more reasons to dislike villagers. Now, what exactly is your problem? The beds are there. You think you can reach them. So you should be making babies. What's your issues? You've made 2 already. So why have you got a problem now? I'll give up. I'll give up on you two. I really don't know what your problems are. But yeah, then you got the chute, pushes the villager down here, the baby down here. They go up here, end up in this room, and eventually find the way over here. And there we have it. Now to get these out of here, you can simply grab yourself a minecart, push it into there, villager will get in, and then you can push it back out. And you can lead it to wherever you want it to go. Now, with that out of the way, let's go find out what's happening with this and why it's not working anymore. So, I moved the beds to see if that helped, and now you've managed to get yourself down here. Which means this is completely broken at the moment, which means a complete rework of the inside is needed. Brilliant. I suppose I best deal with that tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but tomorrow in game anyway. Bit of kerfuffle later, and we finally got it up and running with a fair few of ringing at the site. So I'm just going to head there now. And then there was one more thing we said we was going to do this episode, and that is to check to see if this redstone shop works. Now, I removed all the beds. They don't particularly need it, and although the little guys may run over into that part, it's not necessary, and it's not worth the risk of the kaboom, really. So, I'm going to go grab myself some diamonds, check out this shop, and then we'll close this episode out. That's my portal, by the way. Don't know if I showed you. And this is our way to the shopping district, which is just over here. We follow the black carpet. And that's it right in the middle. Ooh. That's new. Wonder where that goes. So we're here to check Barrow's shop. Get ourselves some redstone components. Make sure he is running a legitimate business. I have no doubt that he is running a legitimate business, but when you design redstone machines, there's a lot that can go wrong. And a lot of headaches. Now, it'll probably be a good idea to read the instructions first. Welcome to Ferrotech, trademarked, Innovations. Innovation made smarter and better. This is the first ever fully automatic redstone shop selling redstone components. While it seems complicated, it's really quite simple to use. First, to your right, is a large selection of panels of 12 different components that we are selling. Each button press queues up 1 diamond worth of that item. The item's quantity in the item frame. Then when you are finished ordering the components, move to your left and there will be a barrel that says price. This shows you how much you owe to the shop. Place the correct amount of diamonds in the barrel that says input diamonds, and it will start taking the diamonds one by one. You will notice that when this first diamond goes into the system, a lamp will light up to your immediate left. When the correct amount of diamonds enters the system, your order will be shipped to the collecting area and to your left. Please note, do not break the shulker boxes. Open them and remove the items manually. Ferrotech is not responsible for any loss of product due in this manner. Another thing to mention, if you need a large number of redstone components, message me directly and I will be able to give you a deal. I hope you enjoy this shop, and if anything happens, feel free to message me and we will get any issues sorted out. Ferocity X. Right, so it all seems very complicated. But input diamonds and price. So what do we actually want? Let's just go with one of these. 2 diamonds. Okay. 1, 2. So now that that's done, do I need to do anything else? According to the book, no. Ah, yes, I see what's happened. Okay, I need to pay. So, that would have been my fault. And I said they're very finicky things. Okay, so items are ready for pickup. Beautiful. And we got our compactors, and we got our repeaters. I paid three diamonds and got the amount I was supposed to have. overall, it's a beautifully working shop. And next week, we'll get to building our own. Bye!